different from the Paracas skulls that you may be acquainted with. And it was found on top of a mountain in a royal cemetery behind the museum here, on a mountain called Huiracochan, which means the mountain of creation or the mountain of the creator. So we don't know how many examples of these exist. This is fortunately in a private collection. The museum, Central Museum in Lima, likely has many other examples of anomalous skeletons such as this, but I do have a pre-med degree. I have held Waiki in my hands, and it is one being. It is not assembled from a bunch of different animal and human parts. So located in the Andahuaylas Museum outside of Cusco. It does have the sagittal suture, so that's different from the... So this is one of the Paracas elongated skulls. This is one that we believe is natural in shape. And as I turn it, you will see the complexity of the design. You see all that amazing curvature, and basically there's a depression here where the two hemispheres would be. The eye sockets are very large, and there's a lack of a sagittal suture here. So the results that we got, 4 of the elongated skulls were of haplogroup B, which relates to the fact that there was Native American ancestry involved, but the other ones were not. And the most common haplogroups that showed up were U2E and also H, H1A and H2. If you look at where the most prevalent percentage of U2E and the H1s are, it is in between the Black and Caspian Seas, as in the Caucasus Mountains. And so that's very intriguing. What I can also share with you is what I believe was the migrational pattern, because these people, like some indigenous people of the Caspian area and Black Sea area, were and are dark red-haired and also very light skin and green eyes. And this seems to correspond as well with the elongated skulls. So I believe what happened was about 3,000 years ago, the ancestors of the Paracas decided to leave the area because they were being invaded by someone. And so they traveled south through Iraq and Iran to the Persian Gulf, and there they wound up sailing eastwards and eventually found their way to the coast of Peru. There are different routes they could have used. They could have gone through Hawaii, they also could have gone through New Zealand, but then they wound up at the largest natural bay on the coast of Peru, which is Paracas, and that's where they decided to live because there was basically no one living there. They could live in peace, and that's where they developed their high culture. So this is only an initial release of information. There will be more.
Somebody will need their belt though. Been there, done that. All right, shh, guys.
That's fine.
I'm gonna catch this door. Shh. Everybody's like in amazement, like, look, he's like, where the fuck is Sleepy? Look. Okay, we gotta be real quick. Are you ready? Shh. You get me in trouble and I'm gonna block every single one of you, okay? Da-da-da-da-da. It's the motherfucking DOG. I went potty before I came. Okay. Before I get arrested.
My oath of office is to the U.S. Constitution, not to any foreign nation. And no matter how sympathetic the cause, my oath of office is to the national security of the United States of America. We cannot save Ukraine by dooming the U.S. economy. In March, inflation hit a 40-year high. Gasoline alone is up 48%, and energy prices are up 32% over the last year.
We have an economy on the brink of a great depression. Millions of people losing their jobs, losing their homes. But even more importantly, losing hope.
As a public health question, which agency should that question be directed to? Just the very practical, immediate question of if you can't find formula and you need it for your baby to eat, what should they be doing?
We would certainly encourage any parent who has concerns about their child's health or well-being to call their doctor or pediatrician.
Why'd you knock on the fridge?
Because there could be a salad dressing.
The crane form. Start off.
Said that inflation is the number one priority for the Biden White House to try to get under control right now. As you're out there in California talking to constituents during this re-election year for Congress, how does inflation compare to this newly important, in the sense of the Supreme Court decision pending, abortion issue? How do those two issues compare?
Well, I don't think they compare. I think they actually reinforce each other. So the fact that things like inflation can happen and it can become more expensive to feed your kids and to fuel your car is exactly why people need to be able to be in charge of how many mouths they're going to have to feed. So I think the fact that we're seeing this jump in expenses, that we're seeing people having to pay more in the grocery store, pay more at the pump, pay more for housing, is a reason that people are saying, I need to be able to make my own decisions about when and if to start a family. So I don't think we're going to see them. I don't think it's like about comparing them or contrasting them. I think they reinforce for people just how big of a responsibility it is to take care of a family.
We're here. We do this a lot.
And this would actually be the dagger that a samurai would.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bait the trap. Putin is trying to bait the trap.